Hey, it's Stevie K, your box-ticking comedian. So, I'll tell you what I've been up to last few weeks. I haven't done any videos because I've been on 3 trips away. Firstly, I went to Blackpool. Then I went to Leeds, meet up with some friends. God, did I get drunk. The next day, I felt rougher than an Australian cricketer's bit of sandpaper. And then I went to Scarborough, so I'll tell you all about it. I went to Blackpool, and one night I went to this pub, and there was a disco on there, and there was a group playing called the Cat's Eyes. Well, they played a lot of middle of road stuff. I met this girl in there called Dawn, and we got all chatty and all friendly. And she whispered to me, hey, should we go back to your room and we'll have some fun? Go and get some condoms out of the men's toilets. So I had a trip in the men's toilets, and the only condoms they had in there were glow-in-the-dark condoms. Well, got back to the hotel room. I put the condom on, and I tell you what, you should have seen her face light up. Well, the next day I was up at the crack of dawn for a few hours, and then I kicked her out of bed. So the trip to Leeds, meeting up with some friends, God, I really drank and drank and drank. I had 8 pints that night, and 6 pints of those were 6.5%. So the next day was a total write-off. And then I went to Scarborough, went to one of the last nights there, went to a pub called the Dickens, where they had a disco, and yes, I asked for Dick Insider. Yes, I did, yeah. I met a few girls I was dancing with and chatting up, but I got blown out by a windsock. Like a windsock, anyway. But just proves the point, Stevie K doesn't always pull, all right? So even I get blown out. So that was it. So the subject I am going to talk about today is everyone's imaginary friend called God. Okay, so let's say there is a God. Now, 13.8 billion years ago, we had the Big Bang, where all there was before that was just a void. There was no space, no matter. There was nothing, which is hard to imagine. But anyway, this fireball broke out and the Big Bang just exploded. Now we'll fast forward quite a few billion years. So we're talking about 4.5 billion years ago, the Earth was formed. Now let's say God has formed the Earth. So the gap from the Big Bang to the Earth, roughly, let's say 8 billion years, okay? So what the hell was God doing for those 8 billion years? Just twiddling his thumbs and thinking, he must have been bored out of his head. What was he doing? You know, playing solitaire on his own or whatever? I mean, he's going to be one hell of a lonely man. You'd have thought he would have speeded things up just a tiny bit. But what I will say about God is he's very patient. Okay? Exceedingly patient. Have you ever been in a doctor's waiting room and waited an hour? That hour seems to last eternity. Now he's spent 8 billion years, doing absolutely nothing, just watching the universe form. And all these big fireballs were bursting out, and suns were forming, rocks off the sun were coming off, and planets were forming, and gravity took them away. I'm no scientist, okay, but I'm just trying to explain a few things. So the Earth is formed, and we have microbiotic life in the sea, and this microbiotic life forms into seed life, and then we have life on the Earth itself, and little microbiotic life form and get bigger, and all these creatures evolve. Now, we'll put the history of the Earth into, okay, into a 24-hour clock. Now, we'll fast forward the 24-hour clock to 1135, okay? And this is when those real bad dinosaurs were formed. Now, God must have had some fun creating those, eh? He had all these nice plant-eating dinosaurs like Stegosaurus, the Triceratops, the big Brontosauruses and Diplodocus. I love that word, Diplodocus. But then you had the horrible, awful dinosaurs that were meat eaters. And these were awful creatures. The Velociraptor, now you've seen Jurassic Park, they were real evil bastards. And the T-Rex with the little arms, you know, out like this. Now God must have had a right laugh when he produced the T-Rex with those little arms. The poor thing couldn't even knock one out, could they, eh? I mean, those little arms trying to reach down, you know, you want to quickly knock one out. You've seen another T-Rex that you're quite fancying, you're getting a bit horny, and you know, little arms like that must have been so frustrating. God must have had such a good laugh over those. But anyway, so you had all these nice plant-eating ones, and the horrible velociraptors and the T-Rexes would go and attack them, and they would have their own defences. The Brontosaurus had a massive tail, it could whack the... So it was mayhem on Earth. And these dinosaurs lasted many, 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 many million years. So God must have been around for 1 million years, and then after a while he must have thought, I'm pretty bored now. What shall I do? I know, an asteroid. I'll send an asteroid down. It'll kill them all. Okay, let's get rid of them. Okay, so the asteroid comes down and whack on the Earth. We have like this big nuclear winter that comes about because of it, and all the dinosaurs are brown bread. Poor little things. Well, not little things, they were pretty big really, weren't they? But anyway, so God's around, and we'll go back to, as in the 24-hour clock, 1.5 minutes to midnight, we had the very first human beings. Well, we had the Neanderthals first, and if you want to see what Neanderthals are like, I'll show you my next door neighbours, because they really well and truly are Neanderthals, okay? But 200,000 years ago, we had the first Homo sapiens, all right? They're not homos, as in, you know, bit of. They're called Homo sapiens, okay? I won't explain why. So 200,000 years ago. And then we'll fast forward to 2,000 years ago, when we had Jesus and the Romans and whatever. So God has sent his son down. It's taken him since 13.8 billion years to decide, I'll send my son down. You know, why didn't he send his son down quite a lot earlier than that? I don't know. But 2,000 years ago, he sent his son down, and he was named Jesus. And Mary had a virgin birth, and her partner at the time, Joseph, must have thought, she's pregnant. I haven't even had sex with her yet, and she's pregnant. What the bloody hell's happening? He would have asked quite a few questions, wouldn't he? And then these 3 wise men turn up, and he's thinking, which one of those has, you know, done how's your father with my Mary? He must have been very suspicious, because they brought all these gifts, gold, frankincense and myrrh. What the hell's myrrh? Myrrh? Please tell me. Okay? So please comment what myrrh is, okay? But he must have thought, God, these, had she had all three? I mean, they're coming in with all these gifts. But anyway, we have JC, his son, who spreads the word. Now, God's son, now this is what I can't understand. He never even mentioned to his disciples. He had 12 disciples. Judas grassed him up. He betrayed him. And anyway, he had these 12 disciples. John, Mark, Peter the fisherman, whoever. Now, why didn't he just tell these disciples, the world's not flat, it's round, okay? Take it from me, because I'm God's son. I can tell you that it's round. And I can tell you that 65 million years ago, we had these dinosaurs. We had a T-Rex, Velociraptor. You know, I'll show you some bones sometime. You know, I'll dig up some bones. I should know where they are. And I'll put together a T-Rex for you. And Brontosaurus, they were massive, by the way. So why didn't he tell them a few things about what's happened before? He kept his mouth shut. He must have thought, he's got all this knowledge and he doesn't say anything. He must have been bursting to say something. Hey, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. What, Jesus? Come on, tell us. World's round. No, it's flat. Don't talk rubbish. Come on. Anyway, so God's got his son down, and in the end, he dies on the cross, and he gets resurrected, and he goes back to God. Okay, so God's got his son back. Jesus is up there. So we've got our God, and then 600 years later, God looks round and he says to this other God, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? There's only one God, me. Okay? And he says, I'm Allah. Allah? Who the fuck's Allah? Oh, I'm in charge of all the Muslims, and my religion is Islam. Well, we haven't quite formed Islam yet, but my prophet Muhammad is down there at the moment. Muhammad, what's he like? Oh, he's a warrior. He's not peace loving like my Jesus. Oh no. He's a real warrior. He's quite happy to abduct women and have sex with them no matter what age they are. And he married Aisha, but she was only 6. 6? 6? You're joking? Yeah, 6. What happened after that? Well, 3 years later, he consummated the... He had sex with a 9-year-old? You're joking? Well, that's awful. That's horrible. Oh, yeah, he likes them young. And he's also beheaded quite a few Jews. He hates Jews, really does. He absolutely despises them. So that's my Allah. He's not peace loving. And so we've got this God, and children die of cancers and all sorts of diseases, and he looks over them, and he works in, as he says, he works in mysterious ways. And then these other 3 gods arrive. And he says, who are you? There's only me. Now I've got Allah, keep me company, who I don't like. Okay, and who are you? Oh, well, who are you 3? Well, we're the 3 gods, the 3 main gods. There's 33 other pretty main gods, and there's 33 million of us all. 33 million! Yeah, they're in the background sometime, but I'll bring them in. 33 million gods. There's only me. I'm the only true God. Okay, so who are you? Well, I'm Brahma, the creator. And this is Vishnu. He's the preserver. And then there's Shiva, the destroyer, but we won't talk about him. But we're the 3 main the three main gods, but there's 33 others in the background and 33 million in total. So we're going to be pretty busy up here. So come on, folks, you can see how the concept of the whole thing with our imaginary friends, 33 million plus Allah, plus our God, and plus all the other gods of all the other religions. Well, we got Buddha, but he's not really a god. I don't think they believe in God, but Buddha's a pretty nice person down there. Believes in meditation. If I was going to follow a religion, I'd be a Buddhist and meditate with them. So I hope you all can see how stupid the whole thing is. But I think what I'm going to do is worship the sun, because at least I can see the sun. I can actually see evidence of it. Might give me skin cancer, but that's the chance I'll take. But isn't the sun lovely? We all love it when the sun comes out. So folks, just accept you have one life and be like me and make the very best of it, okay? So this is Stevie K, your box ticking comedian, and I will do another video fairly soon. Okay folks, bye.